Today I'm so excited to take you on a peaceful walking tour through the charming streets of Paris. If we plan well, we can see its magic in just 3 days in a very relaxing way. This is a new channel, and your support truly means the world. If you enjoy this journey, please consider giving it a like, leaving a comment to say hello, and subscribing so you won't miss the next adventure. Get ready to love Paris. Let's go! Our Paris trip starts where Paris city started, on an island called Île de la Cité. This island is in the Seine River. It's the old center of the city and the middle of it too. First, we'll stop at the wonderful Notre Dame Cathedral. Even while they are fixing it, it feels very strong and makes you feel a lot. When you stand in front of Notre Dame, you'll be amazed by its old style of building and fancy statues. Think about Quasimodo from the story by Victor Hugo ringing those huge bells. From Notre Dame, it's a short walk to another amazing old church, Sainte-Chapelle. King Louis IX built it a long time ago. It has something very special inside called Christ's Crown of Thorns. Go in through the chapel downstairs, then go up to the chapel upstairs. There, the walls are made of colorful glass windows that show more than 1,000 stories from the Bible. Go on a sunny day. You'll see the light shine through the windows. It looks like magic. After Sainte-Chapelle, walk around the pretty streets of the Île de la Cité. Look in all its little corners, quiet spots, and see the views of the Seine River. Walk by the Conciergerie. It used to be a king's palace and then a jail during a big change in France called the French Revolution. Now you can find flower markets there, like the Marché aux Fleurs Reine Elizabeth II. It's full of bright colors and nice smells. Get a simple Paris sandwich called a jambon beurre from a local bakery. Then find a bench where you can see the river. The Île de la Cité is like a little piece of Paris history. Every stone there seems to have a story. Don't hurry here. It's okay to get a little lost in its streets. Think about crossing the Pont Neuf. It's the oldest bridge still standing over the Seine River in Paris. It has great views of the island and the Louvre Museum. The Île de la Cité also connects to a smaller island where people live, called Île Saint-Louis. You can use the Pont Saint-Louis bridge to get there. If you have more time, take a quick trip to Île Saint-Louis. It's quieter, like a small village, and it's known for its yummy Bertillon ice cream. When it gets close to evening, the light gets softer. The old buildings start to shine with a gold color. Think about your walk from the big, amazing Notre Dame to the pretty, small Sainte-Chapelle and the nice, normal streets of the island. You've walked where kings, people who wanted big changes, and many Paris people have walked. They all called this island their home. The Île de la Cité is a perfect and special way to start learning about Paris. If you're enjoying this Paris walk, please give it a like and don't forget to leave a comment. It really helps this new channel grow. I'd love to hear from you. Welcome to day 2 of Getting to Know Paris. Today, we're going to a super big and important art museum, the Louvre Museum. The Louvre is not just a museum. It used to be a king's palace. It's a huge place full of history and art. Here's my tip. Don't try to see everything. Pick a few parts or famous art pieces and really enjoy them. Start your day early so it's not too crowded. Getting your ticket before you go will save you a lot of time. When you get close, even the buildings look amazing. From the old palace parts to the new glass pyramid made by Triomphe. When you get inside, get a map. Maybe go straight to see the 3 most famous things, the Mona Lisa, the Venus de Milo, and the Winged Victory of Samothrace. The Louvre has things from thousands of years ago and from all over the world. Walk through old things from Egypt, be amazed by old things from a place called Mesopotamia, or get lost looking at the fancy French crown jewels. I always like seeing the rooms of Napoleon III. They show you what life was like for rich French kings and queens a long time ago. Remember to go slow. Find a bench in one of the open areas outside and take a rest. After seeing so much art and history, it's time for something different. We'll go out of the Louvre and into the fresh Paris air for a nice, slow walk along the Seine River. The Seine River is very important to Paris, like its blood. Walking by its sides is one of the easiest and best things to do in the city. You'll see the famous bouquinistes. They sell old books from their green wooden stands. As we walk, we'll enjoy the pretty bridges that go over the Seine. Each one looks different and has its own story. There's the Pont des Arts Bridge. It has nice views of the Île de la Cité and the Louvre. Then there's the Pont Neuf. We saw it yesterday from the island, but now we see it from the other side called the right bank. A bit farther, you might see the fancy Pont Alexandre III Bridge. It might be the fanciest bridge in Paris. The views by the river are always changing and always interesting to look at. This walk is a nice change from looking so hard at things in the museum. Find a place to sit on the paths by the river and just watch people and things go by. The light by the Seine River, especially late in the afternoon, can look like magic. This is the Paris you see in paintings and movies, and you're right here. Our walk can take us to the Musée d'Orsay. It's in a big, beautiful old train station on the left bank side of the river. This part of the day is for relaxing, thinking about the art you saw, and just enjoying how pretty Paris is, nice and slow. Let the river show you the way. See the sights, hear the sounds, and smell the smells of the city. The Seine has always been important for Paris life, for buying and selling things, for moving around, and for fun. As you walk, think about all the history that has happened by its sides over hundreds of years. Our walk by the Seine shows us that some of the best things to do when you travel don't cost any money. It's about enjoying right now, watching what's happening around you, and feeling the special spirit of a place. It's like a fresh start after all the rich art at the Louvre. It gets us ready for our last day of exploring Paris. For our last day in Paris, we're going up high for real. We're going to spend a lot of our day at the one and only Eiffel Tower. This famous building, which some people didn't like at first, is now the loved sign of Paris. For many people, it's also the sign of France. You really have to see it. It has views that take your breath away, and you'll feel proud you did it. I always say you should get your Eiffel Tower tickets way before you go, especially if you want to go to the very top. When you get close to the Eiffel Tower, you'll see how huge it is. It's very cool. Gustave Eiffel designed it for a big World's Fair in 1889. Back then, it was an amazing new way to build things. Take some time to walk around the bottom of it. Look at all the fancy iron parts, and take those great photos from the Champ de Mars Park, or the Trocadero Square across the river. Going up the tower is like an adventure. You can take an elevator or the stairs. Every time you go up a level, the views get even better. The first level has shops, a place to eat, and even a glass floor. If you're brave, you can walk on it and see straight down. The second level has even wider views all around. From here you can see Montmartre and the Sacré-Cœur Church very clearly. You can also see the Arc de Triomphe, the Louvre, and Notre Dame. For the very best time, go all the way to the top. The views from there you will never forget. After you've seen enough from up high and come back down, it's time to see Paris in a new way. We're going to relax and enjoy a boat trip on the Seine River. This is a great way to finish our 3-day tour. We'll get to see many of the famous places we've already visited, but this time from the water, nice and slow. Lots of companies have boat trips on the Seine. They start from different places near the Eiffel Tower or Notre Dame. You can pick a boat trip during the day to see things clearly, or you can pick one at night to see Paris all lit up. As your boat moves smoothly on the river, you'll go under old bridges. Each one has its own story. You'll see the big front of the Musée d'Orsay, the important-looking buildings where the French government meets, the conciergerie, and the end of the Île de la Cité island with Notre Dame standing there like a guard. On these boat trips, someone will tell you about important buildings and share fun little facts about history. It's a relaxing way to remember all the things you've learned and seen in the last few days. I think a boat trip on the Seine is especially nice late in the afternoon or early in the evening. The light is soft. As it starts to get dark, the city lights turn on and sparkle. You can see them shining in the water. Seeing the Eiffel Tower all lit up from a boat on the Seine is a really magic Paris moment. This boat trip makes you feel calm even though the city is busy. You float along softly, watching Paris people on the sides of the river. You'll see couples walking and families out for a walk too. It's a chance to think about your trip, your favorite parts, and how beautiful this wonderful city is. The boat trip usually takes about an hour. It goes in a circle and shows you both sides of the river, the right bank and the left bank. It's an easy and fun way to see a lot without working too hard. It's perfect after a few busy days of walking and going to museums. Think of the Seine River as the main street of Paris. For hundreds of years, it was the main way for goods and people to travel. Today, it's more for fun and for looking at pretty things. But it's still just as important for what makes Paris. The boat trip shows this important part of Paris very well. As our boat trip and our whole 3-day Paris trip comes to an end, take a minute to think about all we've done. You've stood in front of very old churches, looked at amazing art from all over the world, looked down from a giant iron tower, and floated on an old, important river. You've had a real taste of Paris. And that's it. 3 fast, fun days in the wonderful city of Paris. We walked through history on the Île de la Cité island. We're amazed by famous art in the Louvre. went way up to the top of the Eiffel Tower, and floated along the pretty Seine River. Paris is a city that you can see, hear, smell, taste, and feel. Remember, the best things you take home are often the memories you make, the things you find by surprise, the friendly people you meet, the quiet times you have to think. Paris has a special way of making you love it and want to come back. Until next time, keep traveling, keep looking for new things, and enjoy finding them. Goodbye for now and have great trips.